Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Noise, and welcome back to Terraria, the melee-only challenge. In the last episode, we took on multiple jungle bosses. We defeated Plantera, what did we do, like twice? And then we also defeated the Golem like 2 or 3 times. Trying to get some good drops, and we actually need something from Plantera. One of the swords Planetary drops, or one of the swords we need to make the Zenith, which is the goal of the series, drops from Planetara. So, we're going to go back to the jungle here in a minute, but before we do, I have been hard at work off camera, farming up turtle shells, and I've also gotten quite a few other things. I got a dangerous bat, some yellets, which are pretty good yo-yos. We can actually get one that's a little bit better now. I got a Uzi, which is a ranged, it's a gun. It's a ranged attacking, so we can't use it. But this thing is really, really rare and hard to get. I also got some water walking boots, an anklet of the wind, which I don't know. Let's see. I think we still need something else if we want to make, yeah, so the lightning boots, we also need an aglet. And I don't know if we have an aglet yet. I need to start organizing things a little bit more. One of the things I'm going to want to do is just kind of have a chest. And I think I'm going to use this chest for right now. As like all of the things that we're going to eventually want to combine into other things. So the water walking boots will become the obsidian... What are they called? The obsidian water walking boots, the lava waders, which we need an obsidian rose for that. So that's unfortunate, but we'll get there. Also got pretty lucky with mimics this time. Got 3 philosopher stones and a star cloak. So we have some things to do. First of all, we need to make some new armor. That is the first step of today. And to do that, we have a bunch of chlorophyte and the turtle shells, because we are going to make the turtle armor. And hopefully we have enough chlorophyte. We should, though. So the turtle helmet, the turtle leggings, and the turtle scale mail. Now this is where things get a little bit more complicated. The beetle armor, it's going to be 4, 8. We don't have enough for all beetle. So we're going to have to go fight the guy again. But with the turtle armor, we're going to have 21 defense, 27 defense, 17 defense, plus attackers take double damage and reduces damage taken by 15%. Oh man, this is a really good melee set. And with the beetle husks, we can make it even better. So that is one thing we're going to have to do today. I need to see armor. Cool. We can go ahead and deposit that. Something else we can do is if we take our band of regeneration, we can get a charm of myths, which is just the combination of the philosopher stone, which reduces cooldowns of healing potions by 25%, and the band of regeneration. So that is pretty good. And then I gotta remember what we can use this stuff with. So crafting. The Charm of Myths is not anything we can use, but it is a pretty good item. The Star Veil, we could combine it with the Honeycomb, or the Star Cloak and the Cross Necklace, and I don't think we have a Cross Necklace yet. So that's something we'll have to keep in mind. We can also use Philosopher's Stone to make nothing else. Okay, so we don't need any more Philosopher's Stones. And then I have some crates, so we might as well open those. Nothing too major, but okay. So let's go ahead and put these in here and deposit everything else. And then we're going to head off to the jungle. We have some things to do. Namely, we're going to fight Plantera a couple more times. And we're also going to fight the Golem a couple more times so that we can get the Beetle Armor. Now, one thing to note that is kind of cool is I actually know where two different Planetary Bulbs are. So one is actually really, really convenient to get, and the other is not too bad. So we're just going to fight Plantera a couple of times and go from there. So actually, let's head back home for a second. I want to put this Spelunking Potion away because we don't need that. And the plan for today is, well, I don't really have much of a plan. There's a couple different things I want to do. There's a couple different things that we need to do, and it's just going to be a matter of which one we're going to do. So the first Planetary Bulb is literally right here. So I think if we go down to about where the beehive is, it'll be good. So let's head down. Planetara will follow, and we'll get here eventually. Let's switch things so we can use the possessed hatchet. And I actually fought the queen bee a couple of times between episodes because kept accidentally spawning one. Happens. Not a big deal. Alright, so there's Planetara. At the very least, we can use this. Make defenses. Actually, let's just fully buff. Why not? And we should be able to defeat Planetara pretty quickly. Yeah, so this should not be too bad. Planetara is a pretty easy boss at this point for us. Still a little bit more dangerous than the Golem, but not too worried about it. We just need to get one drop from Planetara at this point, and that is the Seedler. The Seedler is the item that we need, and it's probably going to take a while before we can get it. It's one of those items that I rarely ever get anyways, but okay, let's just power through. I guess we can heal. And there we go. We got a seedling. And that is a pet sapling. Which is cool. But I kind of like the demon a little bit better. And then otherwise, we got the Venus Magnum, which is a ranged weapon we can't use. So the next Planetary Bulb that I know of is just on down here. Something else we have not gotten, which is a bit of a shame, is any keys. So Biome Keys, that's what they're called. There are 6, 7. Let's see, Hollow, Crimson, Corruption, Jungle, Snow, Desert. There's like 6 or 7. There's at least 6 different Biome Keys that you get from any enemy in a specific biome. We need to keep going down. And what they do is they give you pretty decent weapons. Now, most of them aren't too important for us. Corruption would actually be a pretty good one for us. It gives us the vampire knives. It's one of the few melee weapons that we can actually use. But it also doesn't matter too much. Also, we do have a life fruit. Let's go ahead and use that. Get a little bit more health. I need to farm life fruits, but kind of a pain. They never want to show up. Anyways, the Planetary Bulb is right over here. So, I guess let's go ahead and break it and head over here. Guess that will work. Actually, yeah, that'll be fine. So, Planetara again. Hopefully we can get this seedling. Not the seedling. The Seedler is what it's called. But yeah, if not, I will probably try to grind a little bit more Planetara between episodes because we've done this fight enough at this point. It's not super important to keep doing it. But then we are really close to the Golem, so we can go ahead and summon the Golem in a couple of times, and hopefully get some good drops from him. We mostly just want the Beetle Husks, which isn't guaranteed. That'll help with armor. We'll have really good armor, and then we have some decisions making to make. So, we need to fight the Pumpkin Moon and the alien invasion, the Martian Madness is what it's called. Those are both pretty straightforward for us at this point. To summon in the Pumpkin Moon, we also need to do another solar moon, or solar eclipse rather. Hey, we got the Seedler. Cool. So this is a sword that shoots a projectile. Kind of cool. Anyways, let's loot all that we can from that and head home. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Anyways, there's the Seedler. Let's go ahead and deposit everything we can. We'll put everything else in. Wow, I really need to deal with all of our stuff. Let's go ahead and sell some things. Alright, back to the... Actually, it is way too early. We're not going to do the solar eclipse yet. Back to the jungle we head. And we're going to fight the Golem a couple more times to get the Beetle Armor. And then once we have the Beetle Armor, it should be a little bit easier to actually deal with the events that we need to do. So, the Martian Madness is a little bit dangerous. In expert mode, it is a lot more dangerous at this point, but I think we should be able to handle it. But then the Pumpkin Moon is one of those events that... So, in Terraria, there's 2 holiday-themed events that you can do whenever. The Pumpkin Moon and the Frost Moon. Pumpkin Moon obviously being a Halloween event, and Frost Moon being a Christmas/winter event. And for the most part, they're not too awful, but they do have... do they have a total number of... I can't remember if they either have 15 waves or they have infinite. But basically it's... Of course, I spent like an hour and a half trying to farm up 3 turtle shells, and I get one almost immediately when I'm not trying to. Alright, something I do want to do, if we can, is I want to try to take the Golem spawn thing out of the temple so that we can take it home and use it wherever we want. But we'll see. Let's just... We loot everything in here. Ow. That was a really bad trap. Okay. So this room is not trapped. We got rid of all the traps. So at this point, we can just summon the Golem a couple of times and call it a day. So I probably should have looked. I think it was 18 Beetle Husks in total. So let's go ahead and summon the Golem. And actually, this is probably going to be one of the best ways to kill the Golem at this point. But, yeah, so the Pumpkin Moon and the Frost Moon, I believe, have like 15 waves, or else it's infinite. And they progressively get more difficult, to the extent where the quote-unquote boss of the event can spawn multiple times in the final, like, 5 waves, from like wave 10 to wave 15. And it's one of those things of... the more you fight the bosses and the higher the wave, the more likely rare drops drop. So you want to get to those late waves so that you can get the drops. We are dying. Alright, why are we dying so much? Okay. Wow, we died to the golem. That doesn't happen too often. Okay. So you know what? Let's forget about the golem for right now. We do have turtle armor. Turtle armor is good. And we'll go ahead and get rid of a lot of the stuff. And let's go ahead. What time is it? It is 1 p.m. So this is going to be a relatively short, but should be worth it. We're going to summon a solar eclipse. And we're looking for one thing in particular. We need Mothra. So Mothra is an enemy that only spawns after you defeat Planetary or the Golem. I don't remember which. But there's a couple other enemies that will now spawn now that we've kind of progressed. And a few of them are pretty good for us, but most of them are not. This is Mothra. Alright, so Mothra is a kind of like mini boss, but we need to kill him so that we can get something really good. And he didn't drop it. Okay, so we need to get more. You know, the Possessed Hatchet might be the best weapon for us to use. Pinhead. Pinhead is, or Nailhead. It's based off of the horror movie Pinhead. I believe, well, the character is named Pinhead. It's from Hellraiser, I believe. Not that I watch scary movies, but I am familiar with where a lot of the characters are from. But yeah, Mothra drops something that we need. My trains of thoughts are going everywhere. Hopefully we can get it in this short little solar eclipse. I don't want to do a full one, but there are a couple new enemies. Nailhead is one. The Deadly Spheres are another. And you know what? Let's actually grab our water candle and put it down so that things will spawn a little bit faster. So yeah, Nailhead has a lot of HP. I think the Butcher is a new enemy. But yeah, Nailhead shoots out nails whenever he gets hit. And has 700 HP, so he's pretty strong. But yeah, we mostly care about Mothra. Mothra drops what we want. And everything else doesn't really matter too much. But no, so... Ooh, we got a chainsaw, though. This is melee. That is kind of cool. Anyways, there's a Deadly Spheres. And... yeah, so we need to kind of get a couple of things. Now, to get the Frost Moon and the Pumpkin Moon, which we don't really care about the Frost Moon, but the Pumpkin Moon requires us to go to the dungeon and defeat some new enemies that are there, which is not too bad. But yeah, we might do that. Otherwise, we have to get the Martian Invasion. And to do that, we have to find a Martian probe, which is found at, like, the top of the world. Rarely, but it's not usually too bad to deal with. Anyways, I will probably, if I don't get another Mothra in this solar eclipse, I will probably do this off camera to get the drop. Just because it's solar eclipse, you guys have seen it a couple of times. Don't really need to do it too much more on camera. So it's one of those things that just, like, it's not that hard at this point. We just need to, you know, do it. I wish more more Mothrons would spawn. Good news though, we don't have to fight Planetary ever again if we don't want to. Because we have all the drops that we need from that particular boss. We just need to get more Beetle Armor stuff. And man, I really wish another Mothron would spawn. Hey, we got another chainsaw. Okay. It is also strong. Yeah, I don't really care about most of the stuff that these guys drop. There's not much left that I want. And there's not much left that we can actually use. So here is a flask, a toxic flask, and we can actually use it because it's a magic weapon. So it is what it is. I don't know what time it is. Let's get close enough to see. And it is 7. Okay, so it is almost done. The solar eclipse. I wanted to do it kind of late in the day, just so I didn't have to do a full thing on camera. But I did hope that maybe we'd get more than one Mothron. It is not that difficult of a drop to get what we need from Mothron, which is the Broken Hero Sword. But it's rare enough. Okay, so let's head back. So we got some butchers. These are really good. They're really powerful, but don't really care. Do we have... So if I guess first things first, let's go ahead and put everything we can away. Deposit everything we can in there. We also got some vanity items. Nothing I care about too much. Let's put another chest here. And we're just going to deposit everything. Okay, so... what do we need to do? We need to fight the Golem another time. And let me think. What else was it? What else was I gonna do? Right, we need to go talk to the Goblin. So if we can reforge some stuff, the Possessed Hatchet would be really nice to reforge into. Hurtful would be bad. Damage is bad. Hurtful's not bad. Demonic? We can go with that. Unpleasant? Let's see if we can get this better. Dangerous. Forceful. Pointy. Sluggish. Annoying. Murderous? Nah. Back to unpleasant. Massive. Savage. Dull. No, not dull. Large. Agile. Okay, I guess we're going to stick with hurtful. And that's about it. So I guess what we could do... Man, we really need to get some better accessories. Let's head... One last thing before we try to fight the Golem again. Let's head up here to the top of the world. And it would be really nice if we had an enemy detector type of thing. But we don't. So I think getting the Martian Madness would probably be bad. So let's instead go to the dungeon. And we can at least get prepared for the Pumpkin Moon. And then we'll go try to take on... By the way, I made a house for the steampunker. But then we can at least go try to take on the Golem again, and maybe get something done there. Now, there is going to be something different at the start of the dungeon. The Lunatic Cultists. We'll deal with those later. Right now, might look like there was something. Oh, hey, that's what I wanted. That's the Martian Madness. That is the probe. I guess they don't always spawn at the top of the world. But if we just get like that, Martians are now invading. Cool. Let's go ahead and fight the Martians, I guess. These are the Martians. They are pretty rude. We're gonna buff, because we need to. And I think we're gonna have to use our Possessed Hatchet for most of this. Now there is a boss in this, but most of the Martians are really annoying. They have laser guns, and electricity, and weird alien creatures that they ride. You know, I might want to heal. And I probably want to try to get rid of... Okay, there we go. There we go. I got rid of the water candle. So hopefully we don't get too many spawning at once. I don't know if that actually affects events like this or not, but it might. So yeah, we need to get better at dodging. I definitely need to go farm for more accessories and better accessories. But there is a bunch of things. Wow, we died. There is a bunch of things in this event that are really, really good for us to get. They mostly come from the pseudo boss. I guess it is a boss. It's a mini boss, but it's also a boss. Which hopefully we'll see a couple of. I haven't seen any yet, but it drops a couple things we need, including the next sword that we need. And yeah, we're getting close to the point where there's only a few more things other than the Moon Lord drops that we need to craft the Zenith. And then once we have the Zenith, we defeat the Moon Lord with the Zenith, and that's the end of the challenge. Yeah, there's not much more to this specific challenge. Once we do kind of finish this up, I do plan on doing other challenges. I don't know which... Wow. Yeah, these guys are still pretty rough at this stage. We need the Beetle Armor. I could make some Beetle Armor, but then I'd lose the set bonus, and I don't really want that right now. Alright, let's buff with whatever we have, and I will work on making potions between episodes, and try to make a bunch of potions. And here is our first, what is it actually called? It's just a Martian Saucer. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. Wrong button. We need to heal. So yeah, this is the Martian Saucer. And let's just kind of avoid as much as we can. And yeah, the Martian Saucer is not very nice, but drops pretty much everything we need. So there is a really cool item that we can get that is really useful for a melee class. But it's just a matter of whether or not we can get it. We need to dodge. The saucer is almost destroyed. 2 seconds, and then I can heal. There we go. A little bit more health. Cool. And what do we get? Not what I wanted. These guys are just really mean. But let's get rid of everything. Ooh, we got a laser drill. And there is another saucer. So the saucers spawn pretty often. And if we can get them into all of our... Wow, we're taking a lot of damage. Okay, never mind. Let's just attack it with the hatchet. So yeah, laser drills. Laser drills are actually kind of cool. We'll take a look at that after a bit. We need to heal. Hopefully the saucer comes back down to somewhere I can deal with it. They don't have too much health. They used to be you could actually block the... Ooh, that's... that is the first item that I wanted. We have a saucer now. This is so useful. It is so good, and I love it. It's going to make my life easier as a melee class to be able to be in the sky indefinitely. But they used to make it where the saucer's like main cannon with the laser could be blocked by blocks. That is no longer the case, apparently, which is kind of awful. Hey, we got another one. Okay, let's try to get rid of all these guys. We are only 2/3 of the way done with this event, so we can get more stuff. And we just gotta kill everything we can. And there's another saucer. Cool. Kill the saucers. Saucers are more important to kill. Oh wow. That saucer annihilated me. Okay. So yeah, this event we are definitely struggling with. We need to have better accessories more than anything. But getting the UFO key is probably one of the best things that could have happened. Let's heal. Get all the stuff we can. And we just kind of get away from most of the stuff. It should be a little bit better. The Possessed Hatchet does have a pretty good range. We are confused. That's always annoying. It reverses your left-right buttons. Okay, so 82%. I don't know if we're going to get another saucer, but we might. There is a lot of things to get from this event, but we've already gotten probably one of the most important things apart from the sword. There's not much else I think we can actually use, because unfortunately a lot of it is ranged weapons and a couple magic weapons that I think we still need to get, still haven't gotten anyways. But hey, another saucer. Where's it at? Over here. Ow, ow, ow. Let's just avoid and destroy. The saucer does have a pretty predictable pattern. It moves erratically, but it fires lasers. The big laser cannon, then it fires normal lasers, and then rockets or bombs, and then it's back to the rapid fire lasers, and then the big cannon, and then just kind of those attacks one after another. So we have one more saucer we can defeat. Let's heal one more time. Getting confused is really awful. Ow. I can't get hit again. And we got hit again. Dang it. Alright, so we're not going to get the sword, which is the influx waiver. That is unfortunate, but we should be able to defeat the Martians. Not that it does anything. Martians are not progression in any way. But it's still pretty nice to have. Yeah, we've used pretty much all of our potions. Okay, so let's pick up everything we can. And I think that's probably where we're going to end off for today. So, yeah, let's make sure we get all of our stuff. This Possessed Hatchet is really, really good. I don't know if there is a better modifier for it, the prefix, or if we have one of the best. But regardless, it's really good. Okay, so I think all that's left is money. So let's look at what we got. So we got a Cosmic Car Key, which summons a rideable UFO mount. That is what we were using. This thing is infinite flight. So we'd never have to worry about wings, to be perfectly honest. If we wanted to have a fight where we're just in this, we could very easily. It is very powerful and is one of the big reasons to do the Martians regardless of if you need something from them or not. We got a laser machine gun, which is a magic weapon. We got the electrosphere launcher, which is a ranged weapon. The laser drill, which is actually better than the drill I have currently, or like the pick I have currently, and is very futuristic, kind of cool. Let's fill the hole back in, and yeah, Martian vanity items, some conduit plating, which is blocks. They are Martian blocks. They look pretty cool. But it's building blocks. Don't really care too much about it. And blaster cannon, which is again magic. So nothing too much that we can use. So let's just get rid of all of this stuff. And I think I'm going to go ahead and call the episode off there. So, next time, I am going to see if I can go move. Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna stick around for a second. One, let's go ahead and put everything away that we can. And then two, I don't need any of this stuff except for that. Let's go ahead and deposit everything. And let's head to the jungle. And we're going to go to the temple because I think we can actually destroy jungle bricks with this pickaxe. And if we can, then we should be able to pick up the Golem's spawner and bring the Golem somewhere else. Specifically to the surface, where we can fight them a little bit easier. The Golem's probably the biggest challenge with the Golem is just the fact that he is really annoying to fight in that little tiny small area. But if you can get him out of there, he is a lot easier to defeat. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna bring the Golem's spawner with us, and presumably with this laser drill we'll be able to go underneath and just grab it from there, hopefully. Now what I am going to be doing between episodes is I'm going to work towards getting some better accessories, and I'm probably going to do the solar eclipse a couple of times just to get okay, this is the right way. Just to try to get the broken hero sword, which is going to allow us to make yet another sword that we need. So that is going to be kind of the plan for me. And then we'll go from there. It is really dark in this area. But yeah, so theoretically, we can break the bricks. And then just break that and take the altar with us. Perfect. Now the only other thing to do is to farm up the power cells and anything else we need. But for the most part, that should not be too much of a problem. Just on the fact that, like, we can come here and honestly put a water candle down and be fine. So, I'm going to work on getting accessories, fight the solar eclipse one more time, hopefully get a broken hero sword from that, and kind of just go from there. So, I was standing on spikes. Kind of just go from there. And next time, we will, at the very least, try to get the pumpkin moon, and I don't know what else. So that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!